Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video, we are going to be using this sketch here. There are no measurements on it, so I'm just winging it, but this was sent to me by my bestie, Beatrice. I will make sure to have a link to her video down below or up in an iCard. Okay, so I'm just showing you here all the pieces that I have left from this collection. I mean, we are literally down to just scraps of it, okay? And the sentiment I'm using is from one of the sheets in the back. I'm using, actually I did two because I did do a version of this off camera, just to make sure I had an idea of what I had to put together. And I've already put our matte piece down on the base. So I'm trimming this white cardstock down to 5 3/8, and then I'm going to make it a 1/2 inch in width. So it's a 1.5 inch by 5 3/8. And then I'm doing, I think it's about 1/4 inch in width. I'm just using that metal piece that I'm pointing out to you. That's what I'm lining everything up by. And that's going to give me even pieces basically from the different scrap pieces that I have. And I was thinking, because I already had the two, well actually I have the 3 pieces. I only need 6 more to get this complete for it to go along this particular strip. So I'm trimming down my pieces, and from one piece I'm usually able to get 2 of the strips. And this one here, I want to say I cut that one like at 4 inch, and then that one was kind of 2 inches that was left over. So, you know, just figuring it out. I'm gonna keep going, and I try to put a long piece on one side, short on the other, and then, you know, reverse it depending on the order in which I'm putting the pattern paper, which you can see here I'm trying to kind of figure out. So I grabbed this floral paper, and we're going to do the same thing. And there's so many scraps, I could probably make about, I know I can make more than 3. If I wanted to really use up the scraps, I could probably get a good anywhere between 3 to 5, depending on what size, you know, I'm making the strips. You could definitely do a lot of cards, just kind of finish it out. So to attach our strips to this cardstock piece, I am going to scrape those off real quick, move that, and then we're going to grab our score tape, and we're going to put some at the top and the bottom. And I could have covered the whole thing with the score tape, but I didn't think that was needed. At the top and the bottom, as long as it's nice and even, it locks down. And it doesn't take long because this is thinner paper. So once it's down, it's kind of it. So you'll see me struggle a little bit as I'm trying to put pieces on, but I'm struggling because I want it to be straight and nice and even. And yeah, so sometimes you gotta futz a little. So I'm just putting everything kind of back in the order in which I was going to put everything. And let's see. I have a few projects that are going to be coming up. I know that for sure I'm starting already. If you guys haven't already seen it, I'll try and link it at the end. A collab series that I'm going to be starting in September with my bestie is going to be a 5-week challenge that we're going to be doing with each other. We have sketches that we selected, and then the 5th day, I think it's going to be a cut file. Not to give anything away, but you guys are going to want to check it out, okay? So we're just laying down our pieces here. And I'm just moving them some up, down, just trying to create this uneven pattern. And I knew when I went to put that centerpiece on, I was like, okay, I can fit another 2 strips on here. And so I'm really just looking to see which way. And then I decided, you know what? I only had that one gray piece. So let me put in this one here. And I'm just sliding it up so you can see. It really didn't take much to get it cut out. And sorry, this part is kind of off camera because I had zoomed in and I wasn't thinking about it, but we just trimmed it down real quick. And then we're going to attach this, and I'm just trying to trim one of the pieces, and then the other side I'm going to keep normal, making sure to bump it up against the edges so that way everything is lining up perfectly. And then wherever I need it to, I just trim. And I'm just trying to, you know, it's interesting because I'm trying to make it so that it's easy for me to see, you know, my sentiment, where I'm going to put it, all that kind of stuff. And then there are moments where, like this particular one was a little bit too big for the space that it went into. So it does overlap the two gray pieces on the side, but it turns out great. And, you know, big deal. We had to do a little surgery. It's all good. I like how the layers are, the different pieces. And I like the fact that, you know, it's very simple yet very impactful in a way, because you got all these little strips. We've been using this paper collection for a while now, and you know, it's a great way to really save your money. Make sure you get all you can out of the different challenges and things that we have going on. I don't think that went with what I was just saying. My brain just totally stopped. Have you guys ever like, I had two thoughts go through my head at one time, and I don't think that's what I was talking about. We're talking about trimming. Yes, and getting ready for our sentiment. Oh my Lord. Once I have it to the exact size that I want, and I have enough room for the different things I want to do in the end, which is like, you know, kind of blinging it up but my own way, then I'm going to grab my foam tape, and this was just the easiest thing to do. I just lined it up, going the entire length of the section of strips, and we're going to also put one on the back of our sentiment. Trim that down, and then we're going to get our piece here attached. So real quick, I just want to thank you guys for joining me. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. And definitely, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Have you tried using this type of a sketch, or anything that use up the scraps that you have on your desk or that you have left from a project? If you have, let me know down below. And if you did use a sketch or anything like that, share that if you can, because I'm always looking for new inspiration. We're going to add some white Nuvo drops to the bottom left hand corner. Give it a little tap tap, so that way they flatten out a little bit, and it also should help them dry faster. Now, of course, whenever you're recording a video, it's always inevitable that your finger or something is going to stick in one of the enamel dots. Well, for me this time, it looked like it wasn't drying whole, and I wound up putting the metal pin in it, and I kind of fixed it, but yeah, I should have just left it alone and tried not to touch it. So here are our close-ups of the two cards that we did, and of course they're going to be looked at individually. So keep an eye out for the next few Fridays. I'm going to continue obviously doing my Friday sketches. They are a lot of fun, and you guys seem to enjoy them. So if you, like I said, if you have any comments, just leave them down below. Definitely hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell next to it. You'll get alerts whenever I upload new content. And I really hope you guys have a great Sunday. Continue to stay safe. Corona ain't going nowhere. So, you know, stay protected and protect your loved ones. Thanks, you guys, and have a great day.